Our mission is to connect generations to God, one life at a time. And so that is what our pastor envisions for us. No matter what your age is, you can connect to God. And so we always look for opportunities. We seek out opportunities to be a blessing in our community. Because if we you got to meet the basic needs of people before you can even introduce them to Christ. If they're hurting or if they're ill and they can't know God until they have been helped in those areas. It impacted our community hard. We have so many of the high-risk things going on in our community: type 2 diabetes, hypertension, age, obesity. And so those are some critical factors that were impacting those who received or got COVID. And so certainly, since we know that, because in the Northeast community, those rates are alarming. And so we definitely wanted to have the opportunity to test. And the way when you test, then of course that's how you know if you have it and know what to do to prevent getting it and how to prevent the spread, which is what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure that in this community we did what we could do to prevent the spread of COVID-19. There's a gentleman, whenever he sees us out here, he drives up looking for Sharonda to get the COVID test. And so I'm just thinking, he looks for us as his source to make sure that he is not transmitting or contracting or have COVID-19. The resources that were offered by the Public Health Institute, that's what made it a success for us. And we're so grateful and thankful for the opportunity to partner with them.
And the volunteers who gave of themselves and their time. And again, it goes back to the care for the community. Whatever we could do, especially as a church, not even just the community, even what it meant for our church, because we've had people inside of our church who's been impacted as well. And these services offered have been able to help many of them in the awareness and the education and the checking and rechecking, and just the fact that they know that we are doing this, that helps a lot. It helps so that if they need that service, they know that we are providing that service to the community. So it helps inside the church and outside of the church.
And since we've been able to do this, we don't think that anyone that we know of, we put it like that, has been hospitalized or passed away because of COVID. Our hope is that as we continue to do this, that we continue to keep the community safe. That's what our hope is, that no one in this community suffers from COVID. That's our hope. In the future to come, we don't want anyone, because we know new variants are coming out. And so that's why it's critical that testing be done regularly, especially with kids not being able to get the vaccine. And there's a lot of kids in this community, and they can come here and get tested so that we can make sure, and even their family members, so that we can make sure. So in the future, just to make sure that we're here and available to test.